So you want to start collecting Disney Cars diecasts. What are the best versions of Mater to get? Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video, and to yet another episode of Disney Cars Collector's Guide, where I help out new collectors, and also give some tips to help you start your collection. Anyway guys, let's get started with this episode, where of course we're going to be talking about Maters. Mater has a whole lot of unique and colorful variants from the different versions of him, from the Cars Toon series to all of his different transformations and variations from Cars 2. Mater finds himself in a whole lot of ridiculous scenarios that cause some really fun diecast variants. But there's a catch. If you want a cool Mater, you're gonna have to pay a high price. Most Maters are, as sad as it is, on the expensive side. The cool Maters with all their interesting paint jobs are usually much more expensive, at least a little bit, due to limited release back in 2010 for most of the Cars Toons cars. Luckily though, some of the Maters' prices have gone down while others have skyrocketed. Before I get into detail about this, I do want to give a special thanks to my great friend Beetlezar for helping me out with the Maters that I'm going to present to you in this video. I asked him for a bit of help, and he came up with some great Mater variants that are on the cheaper side and easily affordable. Anyway guys, let's begin with the first Cars movie with your normal Mater, your standard Mater. I of course spoke about him in detail in episode 1. This is the 2017 Mater. As I spoke about in the McQueen episode, cars are now being made in Thailand, and your Mater is going to look different than mine if you buy his Thailand variant. Mater is probably one of the easiest to come by diecasts out there, really. He's just so common. It's kind of hilarious how common he is. And his Thailand variant, the new Thailand variant, is all metal. This Mater has a metal front, plastic back. Of course, his tow cable isn't metal. It's all rubber and plastic. Now, I actually don't have the Thailand Mater yet, but that's what I've heard. He's definitely a cool variant of Mater, so either of those would definitely work. Then we get on to the variants. Now I'm going to start off with, of course, the ones from the cheaper side. And one of the other cheapest Maters is brand new Mater. Mine is in basically disrepair, and I really need a replacement for this guy. His mirrors are broken off, he's full of dents and chips, and everything is just kind of wrong with him. But this is brand new Mater. It's basically Mater when he was brand new. Mater right after he rolled out of the factory. Mater before that happened to him, with his hood and everything. Sadly, he shares an expression with normal Mater, but he's another one of the most common Mater diecast variants. Except, you'll probably buy him with his mirrors on. I really need a replacement for him. I don't often show him on camera. I'm pretty sure I reviewed him like once. Now looking at him right now, I'm just, how ugly this Mater is. I really need a replacement. Now continuing, I'm going to jump right over to Cars 2 with Race Team Mater, another one of the most common Maters. This Mater has, in my opinion, a much more character-accurate expression. He's got more of a kind grin. His eyes are a bit further down. And you can see his major difference is the 95 McQueen logo. So this should give you a pretty good way to start off your Mater collection from Cars 2. I'll get into more detail about the Mater's Tall Tales Cars Toon diecast in a minute, but before that I do want to go over to Cars 3, where you will only find one Mater. The lone Mater with lightning bolt hat. He's huge, obviously, and he's exclusive to an 11-pack. He's actually found his way into 2 11-packs. This obviously isn't either one of them, but you could find this Mater as the exclusive in 2 11-packs. As I've previously stated, if you are willing to spend the $40 for an 11-pack, then not only will you get some cool exclusive cars that'll probably only ever be released in multi-packs later down the line, you will also get some pretty cool background race cars. And I picked up this guy because I really like getting Mater variants. There is also a new Mater with hat coming out soon this year, which is Mater with a hat he didn't even wear in Cars 3. So, yeah. He should probably be available a few weeks or so after this video is uploaded. But for now, I just wanted to show you the sole representative for Cars 3 Maters. So this Mater and this Mater are two of the only Maters you can find in the store now, aside from the Fireball Beach Racer Mater, which is from a pretty cool, unique series where all the cars have sand all over them. McQueen's got a variant too. These series really aren't for everyone. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on these. Some people like them, some don't. I actually quite like them, but Mater has two variants here. They're not marketed as different Maters, so whichever one you want, you've got to check the Mater's eyes in the package. If you're getting this one, or if you're getting that one. This one, of course, has the standard Mater face that the normal Mater has, but this one has a unique expression out of the two. I prefer this one, but of course it's all up to you if you even want to get this Mater. But he's pretty nice for his sand detailing and interesting overspray on him. And now on to the interesting Maters, the weird Maters, the crazy Maters, the more expensive ones. First we have Mater the Greater, who is, I believe, a bit on the cheaper side. This is actually a plastic version. And the way you're going to be able to find most Cars-Tune cars for lower prices is by getting them in 3-packs, and then you get 2 other cars. Now, next on to Rescue Squad Mater. I just want to point out is another major Mater. Again, not the cheapest. Dr. Mater, who I don't have, probably won't cost you as much. These are just a few suggestions for some of the cheaper Cars-Tunes Maters. Of course, there are so many Maters, and a lot of them ended up getting really rare. Like this guy, El Matador, never released in America. This is also a plastic variant from a playset. But really, I would suggest when it comes to Cars-Tunes Maters, if you want some Maters from Cars-Tunes, pick up the cheapest ones you could find online. But be careful with those fakes, because Rescue Squad Mater has some hilariously terrible looking fakes. The final Mater I'd like to bring up is Materhosen. He's another Mater who's on the expensive side. He's one of my personal favorites. He's also from Cars 2. Along with a whole lot of other Maters that I don't have because they're too expensive, like Kabuki Mater, as well as Dracula Mater. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up these 3 Maters. If you want a Cars 3 Mater, but you don't want to have to pay for the 11-pack, you can pick up the new Mater with that when he comes out in stores hopefully soon. And yeah, as for the Cars-Tunes, I'd suggest whichever ones are the cheapest or whichever ones you want. If you're willing to spend the money to get some of the more expensive cars, go for it if you really want to, but that's all up to you. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye now. A little bit after this video. Oops.